We spend so much time trying to figure out like different movies to watch.
How do we pick a movie? Sexy poster? At least something kind of familiar?
Yeah, I've heard of cheerleaders.
Maybe a kind of famous B-movie stars in it?
Debbie Rochon?
Chance of nudity?
Highly.
Gore?
Maybe.
Press play.
Rhyming.
Rhyming title.
Head cheerleader, dead cheerleader. Here we go.
Oh, that must suck, man. Having your damn head lopped off. Shit.
If it's not evident already, this will be full of spoilers. We're going to be talking about all of the weird, convoluted motives that are revealed, the very evident red herrings we have, and the similarities to Scream, based solely on the amount of phone calls that are in this movie.
Where are you?
Maybe somewhere where I can see and hear your every move.
This one girl, Heather, the main head cheerleader, literally answers the phone for like 40 minutes. But we'll get into it. So Heather.
Main girl, head cheerleader, got some real talent to her. Her father's dead, and her mother's out of town. Dated every football player she could get her hands on.
Dated, huh? Well, I don't know if I'd call him throwing you over the foosball machine in his dad's game room and fucking you a first date.
We got Danny, he's the star football captain.
You can tell that he's a primary suspect based on this 8x10 headshot that he is probably now his IMDb photo.
Danny's a babe, especially in those tight football pants. Nice bulge.
We got Chris, who is the ex-boyfriend.
Maybe I don't have the grades like you do, Heather. Or the money. But my painting means a lot to me.
There's Molly, Violet, and Rose, I believe, are other random cheerleaders. We have Jezebel, who is the wants to be on the cheerleader team, but didn't make the cut. We have the creepy football coach, Coach Cranford.
Yeah, he is very creepy. He loves spying on women.
Girls.
They're 15 years old.
And then we have Coach Riley, played by Debbie Rochon, who is the cheerleader coach. Still more suspects. We got Sheriff Bookman, very creepy sheriff.
Yep.
And then we have a homeless man, a very creepy homeless man. That's our cast of characters.
Come on in. Sorry to interrupt your practice.
So the whole movie starts off with Coach Cranford basically saying, hey Heather, you're the best. There's sponsorship opportunities on the line, and she's gonna be the biggest cheerleader ever. But unfortunately, there is a killer on the loose, killing cheerleaders. The initial motive that we have, we hear that the Bearcats, which is the football team, they've only lost when the cheerleaders screwed up their routines.
Each game we've lost, one of you cheerleaders has screwed up a routine.
But there's a couple things. So Coach Cranford is a creeper, as we said. We have pranks that are going on between the two teams.
They hang up cats and pigeons or birds or whatever.
No, hens.
Make sure you get hens, not roosters. Hens bleed better.
And the head of a cheerleader, and this is like the first reveal. They're taken down from the goalpost by this dynamic duo of groundskeepers.
What the hell you doing with an axe?
Well, they's on sale at Walmart. Thought I'd scare the kiddies and chop some wood for Christmas.
Who are inevitably taken out down the line, but they're sick of this shit.
So what'd you find at the other end of the stadium?
Same thing you got here, pussy and poultry all over the place.
On Heather's way home, she bumps into Jezebel. No, she bumps into that other guy who they should have fucking seen each other. Come on, guys. And then Jezebel walks out like, hey, fuck you. You should have put me on the cheerleading team. And she's like, nah.
And then she calls out for Billy and she leaves.
Billy!
They're caught in the showers by the coach.
Yeah, but very early on.
They weren't naked. It was just like, we just literally got in here. Yeah. We didn't even start the heavy petting.
Billy was just trying to help me find my contacts.
We're down his pants?
But I mean, they're supposed to be 15, so don't show her tits.
But then we see a sleepover where those 15-year-olds are hanging out.
Or Molly gets her top off. You can tell she's the lesbian because she has the short hair, obviously.
How does a lesbian get on the cheerleading squad?
Better yet, why?
Obviously to watch you girls undress in the locker room.
But essentially, Heather's just at home most of the movie talking to different people. She talks to Coach Riley while she's having a hot tub, drinking some wine. Speedy, her little turtle's walking around.
Mr. Speedy?
And then she gets her titty chopped off by an axe-wielding maniac.
That was cool. Didn't expect that at all.
I mean, I did expect the nudity because Debbie Rochon, big fan. But the titty, come on. But don't worry, we see more titties chopped off later. Because when we see the girls having the strip poker scene, Molly gives a show to the homeless guy outside, and this is where we establish that red herring. It's like, hey, what's this creep doing?
He's leaving now. He got an eyeful tonight, Molly. You gave him his jollies.
Nobody's getting their jollies from just like a tit flash. I don't think. I wouldn't walk by a girl's like house and be like, hey, that girl's topless. I'm fucking done. I just busted in my pants.
It gives them something, I guess, to visualize later. Remember, the net, real early stages here.
Yeah, like one time before he moved here to Briars Creek, he set a house on fire. It's all over the school's chat room on the net.
Take a spin, now you're in with the techno set. You're going surfing on the internet.
So I don't know how they survive. I guess they had...
Well, you can survive by just not jerking off all the time. I feel like a lot of people these days just jerk off all the time.
You think more people are jerking off now than they did previous?
Porn's more accessible.
And it's so easy. All you do is point and click.
Are they jerking off because the porn's easy to get? Or have they always been jerking off that much? They just have an easier go at it because they don't have to use their imagination as much.
I'm not speaking from experience in this situation, but like I've also been working at home a lot.
Girls know how important that game is tomorrow. A good blowjob from you tonight would be a great motivator.
A bunch of people die with an axe. And they're almost all off screen except for like the odd titty. Or that guy's awesome hat.
Divorce may be ugly, but so is my ex. It was pretty much just, and then cut. And then they might toss a body part here and there, which was always either a titty or a foot.
But there was that one really good one where one of the groundskeepers with the divorce hat got his head split. And by really good, I mean really shittily edited together. But it was the most blood you got in the whole movie. It's like it shows his hat and then they just pour blood on top of the hat. It was a disaster. And so were all of the jump scares. Like the jump scares in this movie were so fucked.
But the main focus of this movie is Heather in one room, getting a phone call.
Hello.
Hanging up, immediately getting another phone call. She always picks up the phone. Not once does she not think, someone's harassing me over the phone, I should probably not answer. Not once.
And neither will you.
By the way, the person that's calling is like a bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, hey, at midnight, I'm going to come kill you, and along the way, I'm gonna kill everyone and everything you know. She does call the cops. Cops come and go, and they corroborate or whatever, but she's just answering the phone. If someone says, hey, I'm gonna kill you at midnight, well, I'm not gonna be able to answer the phone until then, because I'm gonna be locking myself into like a room with some weapons. I'm gonna home alone the shit out of the house. I think she didn't have her license, the car wasn't there, whatever. She couldn't drive away.
She like walked to the porch sometimes, she walked to the front door sometimes. She couldn't get too far before the phone rang. Within earshot, she's running back. I gotta answer this shit.
But also, everyone who's involved in this movie is coming to the house.
What's going on? Are you okay?
Hello. Gonna come in?
Nice pad, hon. What's something like this run?
It's just like a nightmare.
We could montage it, and it'd be like 5 minutes of her picking up and hanging up phones and answering doors, and like that was literally, of the hour and 20-minute movie, it was probably like 60.
Hello? Coach Riley. Hello? Hello?
5 minutes later.
But the most important aspect of this entire movie is when the motives are revealed. Danny. He is revealed to be one of the killers. Here comes Chris, another ex-boyfriend, also revealed to be one of the killers. What? Why?
You're stealing our headlines and you're jinxing our team. And we got a great shot at going to the finals. You know how much exposure that means?
But at the end of it, the biggest twist comes.
Ooh, easy, honey.
Don't call me honey.
I'm not.
Didn't see that coming.
And they were dropping those F words. They even like insult lesbians, but they're clearly bisexual.
They play football with a titty. I thought that was kind of fun. As morbid as it is, it's fun. You look at movies like Street Trash where they're throwing dicks around. That's funny too. You know, if you got two guys, throw a titty around. But at the same time, you'd also have to have a cut off titty, which maybe is weird. Like I wouldn't throw a chicken breast around.
You don't play some double down catch with some KFC?
At the same time, I also wouldn't play catch with a chicken breast, nor is a chicken breast even relatable to a human titty because we don't eat humans on the regular. Let's get back on track. Let's get back on track. Okay.
So, Chris and Danny, long, convoluted plan. Essentially, they're like, we gotta win the game. So to win the game, we're gonna kill all of the cheerleaders.
Get rid of that bad juju.
Blame it on someone else who will be connected to the football star of the other team, and then he'll end up in jail for game time. Boom, they win. They go to college, they get scholarships, they're rich because they're going to the pros. Heather, smartest thing she's ever done, says,
why didn't you just kill Jimmy Jansen?
I didn't even think of that.
And then enter the other final twist.
Coach Cranford comes in, guns blazing. He's got some wanted style shooting because he's shooting from the other room, spinning his bullets around the corner and killing both of our initial Scream killers.
Consider yourself benched.
Coach Cranford, what are you?
And he's like,
you've always been my favorite subject in the locker room.
And then they go to the kitchen. He like tries to throw her up on the counters. And then this is the most weird confrontation ever. And I fucking loved every second because the way that it's edited, he gets an axe in like the back from the homeless guy. The homeless guy gets knocked down. She gets the trophy and hits the guy. And then she grabs a hammer.
Wait a minute. No!
I'm a cheerleader.
And the axe disappears. And then the cops enter.
Yeah.
And if you didn't think that was awkward enough, the homeless guy gets up and he's like, I was a longtime friend of your dead dad's. She's like, let's get to know each other more.
Meanwhile, I think I'm gonna offer Mr. Hatterman here a hot bath and room and board for a while.
It basically ends on him like, I'm gonna be your daddy now.
Look for me on the sidelines next year.
Like everyone's trying to be her daddy.
Well, you know, they feel bad that her dad's gone, and the cop's just like, we'll interview you later when your mother's back. And then the actual end of the movie is, don't we see the phone with the blood? And it goes to ring again?
There's still another killer.
Yeah.
The same killer that was writing on that shitty chart. That's Head Cheerleader, Dead Cheerleader. It's not a great movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to really talk to about it other than tell you exactly what happened word for word.
Which I think we've done fairly good.
It just kind of happened.
It's not a good movie. We watched this on Patreon a few months ago. I was super hammered and I'm like, man, this is just like Scream. This is so fucking cool, dude. When traffic comes down, we're gonna review this. We're gonna make an awesome video. And here we are. Mediocre video, that's fine.
Can't win them all.
So I'm gonna give this 1.5 Simpsons cat clocks out of 5.
I mean, yeah, there's not much really we can say about it. So I'm gonna give this 1.5 Hootie and the Blowfish posters out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't and you do want to check it out, links are in the description. And if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Stay up to date with everything here on Bloodbath TV.
Just what do you cheerleaders contribute to the world anyways? You're just something for them to look at and get all hot and bothered.
Or in your case, I guess you just look at your teammate for that, Danny.